Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, normally around this time, this school would be bustling with kids coming into classrooms right now, teachers welcoming the students, but not today because, as you mentioned, there is a number of staff members that are out because of a high case number of COVID. A lot of kids are also out as well. COVID cases are rising, as we've been talking about. But to talk more about what's happening here at Sunset Elementary, here in Bellevue, technically part of the Issaquah School District, Leisha Engels, district spokesperson, thanks for joining us this morning. Tell us the situation that's going on right here at Sunset Elementary, though.
Sure. So as COVID cases have increased throughout King County, that is obviously impacting our community as well. So as of Friday, we saw 11 cases, and as our data has shown us, cases continue to usually go up over the weekend. And so we have 18 teachers out today. So at that point in time, we didn't have enough substitutes to cover. And so as a result, school needed to be canceled both today and tomorrow.
Yeah, 18 teachers, that sounds quite a bit. I mean, is that maybe a third of the teaching staff here at Sunset or anything like that? Do you have those numbers?
Not off the top of my head, no. I'd have to look at the total staff count for this particular building to know that. So,
in terms of what's going to be happening here over the next 2 days, are students going to be getting lesson plans or anything like that, or what are they expected to do over the next couple of days?
So for today and tomorrow, school's just canceled. Right now, we're not doing remote learning. We're an in-person institution, and we're doing in-person learning. And so we're hoping to have an update tomorrow, so our families will know if cases have gone, if people are better, and the cases are lower, so that we can resume school in person on Wednesday.
Yeah, we had saw a couple of emails that the letters that were sent out to parents talking about they have also seen a rise in the number of clusters in the classrooms. Can you explain what those clusters are? Were they like just a bunch of group of kids inside of a classroom? Can you explain that?
Sure. So that would be when we have a group of COVID cases that are within a classroom, for example. So basically when we're seeing a likelihood of transmission occurring, so that there's a few cases that are kind of connected to each other and close within proximity within the schools.
So basically what you're saying is that you've seen a high number of kids getting COVID, and then you also saw a lot of adults and teachers and staff getting COVID.
Exactly, yeah. So,
in terms of what happens after, I mean, is school expected to return? I mean, we were talking about maybe Wednesday. Do we know that that's going to be happening for sure, or what's the game plan there?
We don't know for sure yet. We hope so. This is our actual first school cancellation this entire year where an entire school has needed to be shut down, and we are in-person learning, and we know our students thrive that way, and so we are hoping we can be back open on Wednesday.
Yeah. In terms of the rise of COVID cases, are there concerns that maybe other schools may be affected as well? Are you keeping an eye on those too?
Yeah, we're definitely tracking cases and absences amongst our staff. We have about 2 or 3 other elementary schools that we're tracking right now. We're not seeing the same rates at our middle and high schools.
Okay. So basically, middle schools, high schools not affected in terms of...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're still affected, but yeah, not to the extent that we're seeing in our elementary schools right now.
And then are masks going to be required or anything like that, or are they just highly recommended at this point?
Right now, we're still following Department of Health guidance, which says they are not required. They are recommending them right now just because we're seeing higher transmission rates, so anything that people can do to slow the transmission is great. When there's one of those clusters that we were talking about a little earlier happening, at those points in time, there are requirements for people to start wearing masks if they were close to some of those outbreaks, so to speak.
Right. All right. Well, Leisha Engels, district spokesperson, thanks for joining us here. Again, Sunset Elementary here in the Issaquah School District closed for today and tomorrow because of 18 teachers that are currently out with COVID. We'll stay on top of this story and bring you the very latest. But for now, we're live here in Bellevue. Brian Flores, Fox 13 News.
All right, Brian, thank you.